Hi, I'm Cynthia Schiller. Please like and subscribe where we help and heal one day at a time. I'm going to tell you a personal story about my miscarriage and how it relates to us and narcissism. So I had a miscarriage, and when I went in, the doctor, they run your levels, and he comes back in. He's like, "Oh, I misread your chart. Looks like everything, the baby's still viable." And I had kind of thought about it where I'm like, those numbers don't sound right. And he had walked out of the room. So I wasn't quite able to process it as everything's okay yet. Um, but he comes back in and he's like, "Oh, yeah, I did read it wrong. The baby's gone." So the emotional roller coaster, you have your relationship, you don't have your relationship, you do the back and forth, just like with the baby. It's like, "Oh, please tell me that everything's okay." And then they're like, first they tell you the baby's gone, then they tell you everything's okay, and then it just ends up the baby's gone. um, that's what we're doing in these narcissistic relationships. Back and forth and back and forth. They almost never stay consistent. If you guys got married quick, it might seem like you had a consistent relationship. But what about the silent treatments? Maybe they didn't move out, but did they stay faithful? They might have, but a lot of times they go out. So even if you live in the same house, it can be breakup after breakup after breakup, or pause. And you never know. You're always going to be like me with what those numbers. I don't. And that anxiety that you go through, like, I just need the answer. So the doctor comes in and it was a sad answer, but it kind of relieves some stress in a way too. It was the saddest thing, but you cope with it. It's that anxiety state where you're like, what's a true answer? What's a true answer? What's a true answer? And questioning and using your own knowledge, because I had some knowledge which kind of helped me. And then we're just trying to get the other side of the information. Luckily, the doctor told me, because if I had to wait another several months till the baby came or didn't come, that's painful. It's confusing. It changes your life. Like, you're like, okay, now I can't have caffeine and I got to do this right and that right. And am I doing it for a reason? And we don't even know what we're doing. And the narcissist has the answers sometimes, but they don't like to give us the answers. They don't like to take the time to acknowledge what we're asking. It's just seen as a burden. They just want to do other things. And sometimes the things that we go through are kind of small. But when you don't take care of the small things, they turn into big things. And the narcissist just won't take care of the relationship. They'll take care of themselves. And looking back on your relationship, how much did they try to connect with you about your feelings? Um, how much of their feelings, other than "I'm pissed off at you" or "you're irritating me," did they ever like work through like um, like true emotions instead of like selfish emotions? Did they ever tell you that they felt a loss, or it's just different? They're just different. Their desires are different than ours. We might enjoy the same things, but their desires and needs, theirs are self-centered. Um, and they also don't like to do anything that we want to do unless they want to do it. So there's a lot of where it's not give and take, and they just start draining us. And it goes on for prolonged periods of time, and no matter how long I waited in that hospital room, that baby was not coming back. They could have told me the baby's going to come back, the baby's still alive, but it wasn't reality if they said that. And they did for a minute. But just hearing the words doesn't make it a reality. And I want you to take that to heart. Hearing the words does not make it a reality. The doctor could have reassured me, the baby's alive, the baby's alive. It wasn't reality. What does that bring me? And when our narcissist talks to us, they're just talking to us. They're not bringing reality forth to us. You know, if they're like, I love you, it's not reality. They don't know how to love. They just need their needs met. And it's kind of like, can they change? And with the narcissist, a lot of it is the way that they talk. It reflects back on them, or puts the blame on you. So it's almost like if I told you right now, I want you to change the way you talk, you know, because that's kind of what the narcissist needs to do. They need to listen, and they need to process it empathetically and reply with an empathetic sentence structure. You know, so if I was going to tell you, I want you to say purple every time you say the word dinner. So you, right before you say dinner, you have to put the word purple in there. And you're like, I got to be aware of this all day long. It's exhausting, and you're going to slip up. It's outside your thought process. And if you had to do that for the rest of your life, it's next to impossible, you know, or it would take so much mental energy to change your communication style. And that's kind of what we're asking the narcissist to do, is change your communication style. It's easier to change your communication style if you had the tools to do it. The part of their brain is missing because of brain damage. Their heart isn't in it. So they don't have the tools to make it easy. You know, if you would hold up a purple sign, you know, every time I'm about to say dinner, it makes it easier. It's a tool. They don't have the tool. And it's exhausting to them. So they're like, screw this. This is dumb. I'm not doing it. It's not working for me. You want me to do it, but I don't want to do it. And see how it reflects back on them. So big hugs to you guys, and I'll see you in the next video.